My name's Duddits, I do builds and stuff, and today I've got a build to show you that's already good now and it's only going to get better next season. This build is all based around Renewal Grasps and Lament, some serious damage reduction, and you're going to be able to put out some massive damage with Lament. So the first part of the build is Renewal Grasps. Your duskfield grenades have a much larger effect radius. Allies inside the duskfield take reduced damage and targets inside the area deal reduced damage. You get a 25% damage reduction being inside your Renewal Grasp duskfield grenade, and on top of that you've also debuffed the enemy by 50%. These against the community's wishes actually got nerfed a few seasons back. They really hammered the duskfield regeneration time, the grenade, but they're actually reversing this. If you just look at this bottom bit of text, Renewal Grasp, we've undone the previous nerf to duskfield grenade cooldowns when you was in this exotic, so next season we're going to be good to go. So back to the Renewal Grasp duskfield grenade, obviously a grenade that shatters an impact, leaving a field that slows targets and freezes. Touch of Winter is the aspect you need to be running with this one, because this enhances the size of the duskfield effect, and it also adds a stasis crystal. We want a stasis crystal in there because of this one. Whisper of Shards, shattering the stasis crystal temporarily boosts your grenade recharge rate. Whisper of Chains is another good one. While you're near a frozen target or a stasis crystal, you are going to get a 40% damage reduction, which stacks with Renewal Grasps 25% as well. So you get 25% from Renewal Grasps, 40% from Whisper of Chains, and then you do an additional 50% damage reduction if you encase that enemy inside your grenade. An absolutely crucial fragment to run is Whisper of Joran. Slow from your abilities lasts longer. For those abilities that linger, their duration will also increase. That gives us 10 seconds versus 5 seconds inside of our slow grenade, so it enhances it by double the amount of time. And then all we do is run Whisper of Shards, which we touched on, shatter that crystal, and that's going to boost your grenade recharge rate. So them few things enhance our timer and give us maximum reduced cooldown time on our grenades. Whisper of Chains, while you are near frozen targets, friendly stasis crystal, you take reduced damage from targets. You're going to see that's why we're getting the ×3 resist, and the amount of stuff you can sponge with this is silly. A couple of screams usually wreck you, but I'm easily able to survive that. So the damage reduction is absolutely crazy. Look at this big ogre, these usually leave you one tap or if not kill you. Now Lament is an absolutely perfect exotic to run with this one, because it's an exotic sword, it's solar, it's got anti-barrier, it's got rev consumption on there. On top of all the reduction you get, you are going to be able to heal yourself with the revved consumption as well. So damaging is going to heal you, and as we touched on, it does massive damage already, Lament, and it is great for anti-barrier champions. Not only that, it absolutely wrecks all different types of champions. So if you can imagine, you've got your duskfield grenade down, you're going to be able to block with your sword, and you're going to be able to heal yourself if you damage targets as well. But Bungie have actually buffed swords. I'm not going to read the full bit of information out, I'll leave a link to this, but they're actually buffing the guard resistance as well from swords to 95%, which is very similar to glaives, if not exactly the same. So you're going to be even more tankier, and it also mentions about having no energy for the heavy ammo attack. But back to duskfield grenades, Renewal Grasps, this is a type of things you can do with it. Absolutely crazy. Just absolutely smelt enemies with it, just a Lament. And then on top of that, like we've touched on, all the fragments and aspects that I've shown you, this is going to give you maximum damage reduction. But it's really good. That's the one important thing I wanted to get across. It is actually good for all different types of champions, not just anti-barriers, but any type of champion. It absolutely just goes through it like a hot knife through butter. It's absolutely crazy. And you've got all that going on, and you know that you've got some serious damage reduction as well, so it gives you that little bit of confidence to get up there, get close, and just absolutely destroy all different types of enemies. It's absolutely perfect for farming any type of lost sector, any type of master content, and like I said, just having that serious damage reduction is absolutely naughty. Again, I've used this in all different types of activities, GMs, master wellsprings, master raids, and it just absolutely shines. It's so good, and it's only going to get better next season. Now I'm just going to quickly go over my mods. Solar weapon surge, you can run these if you wish. I usually run 1 or 2 of these just to get the max sort of solar weapon surge going on, which is 17% for 2. Innovation reduces grenade cooldown each time you pick up an orb of power. On my class item, I like to run a repair, because every time you dodge, you're going to create an orb with your next weapon kill, And then time dilation, just to make them armor charges last a little bit longer for your solar surges, for your lament. And then I also like to run a bomber, just so I get a bit of extra grenade cooldown whenever I use my class ability. On your chest, I always recommend running a concussive dampener with glaive or sword builds. This one is quite important. That is obviously going to stack with renewal grasps and everything else you've seen. Double arc resistance, or double whatever resistance it may be for that activity, solar void, arc or stasis, so it's whatever you want for that one. On my arms, I like to run bolstering detonation, grants class ability every time you cause damage with a grenade. This works pretty nice with duskfield grenades. Shield break charge, I like to run this one because I found on stasis builds sometimes you do lack in getting armor charges with orbs and stuff like that, but shield break charge really makes up for that one. Impact induction, causing damage with a melee attack, also reduces your grenade cooldown. That with a bomber works pretty nice. And then on my helmet, heavy ammo finder, obvious one. And then I just run stasis primaries, so a harmonic siphon, and then a solar siphon is just another really good way of creating orbs of power for your solar surges. I'm just going to leave everything playing out, just in case I didn't explain it well enough. And I'll also leave a dim link in the video description. And I will also leave another link for a video that I did not so long back regarding renewal grasps and a woven mail with navigator, so check that one out. Let us know what you think of this video. Thanks for watching. Get on this next week. I hope you have a great weekend.